Imagine a world where, well, our buildings crack prematurely, our roads crumble faster,
Mm.
and the very structures around us just can't stand up to the elements or, the test of time.
It sounds dramatic, but it's a real concern.
It really is. And the truth is, we often overlook the unsung heroes that prevent this, materials that silently, powerfully reshape our world, strengthening it from the inside out.
Absolutely. Often completely invisible to us.
So, welcome everyone. Today we're doing a deep dive into one of those foundational yet often invisible players, the global fiberglass mesh market.
A really interesting one.
Our mission today is to kind of pull back the curtain on its surprising growth, zero in on which regions are truly accelerating,
Right.
and uncover why this seemingly niche material is so critical to the broader economic landscape and, well, maybe even your daily life.
It connects more than you'd think.
Our insights today, they come from a detailed market report by Cognitive Market Research titled Global Fiberglass Mesh Market, A Decade of Growth.
A solid source.
And let me tell you, as we start to unpack this, you might be genuinely surprised by where the real momentum is building.
It's true. When we talk about fiberglass mesh, we're discussing one of those essential components. It underpins so much global development.
Right.
What's fascinating here isn't just its existence, but how even a steady, foundational material can have these massive ripple effects across industries.
Shaping how we build everything.
Exactly. Reinforcing the world around us.
Absolutely. And when we zoom out to the global picture, the numbers really tell a story of, well, consistent and robust expansion.
Definitely not stagnant.
Not at all. The global market for fiberglass mesh was valued at a pretty substantial $842.729 million back in 2021.
It's already a big number.
But it's definitely not stopping there. Projections show it climbing to over $1 billion, hitting 1,016.56 million by 2025.
Okay.
And then continuing its ascent to an impressive 1,479.15 million by 2033.
Wow, nearly 1.5 billion.
Yeah, that's a compound annual growth rate, a SIGA of 4.8% over more than a decade. For a material that's, been around. Isn't that a pretty significant trajectory?
It's extremely significant. That 4.8% CAGR over such a long period, especially for a foundational material like this. It isn't just growth.
What does it signify then?
It signifies an embedded, enduring demand. This isn't some fleeting trend or consumer fad, you see.
Okay.
It reflects ongoing fundamental needs. Construction, infrastructure, industrial sectors worldwide. They rely on this.
The sustained activity.
Sustained economic activity, yes. And a global commitment to durable and efficient building practices, often responding to things like urbanization, climate challenge.
The need for things to last longer.
Exactly. Long-lasting public works. It tells us something crucial about the fundamental investments nations are making in their physical future.
That deeper context really brings those numbers to life.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting, I think.
Mm-hmm.
While the global numbers are strong, the regional variations, they're truly fascinating. It's like watching a race, and one region is just absolutely sprinting ahead.
The powerhouse. We're talking, of course, about Asia Pacific.
Right, leading the pack.
This region isn't just leading in market size, it's accelerating at the highest rate among the major global players. Back in 2021, its market value was already substantial, $276.415 million.
Significant share.
And by 2033, it's projected to nearly double, to $518.455 million.
Wow, that's huge growth.
That translates to an impressive KGR of 5.381%, making it the fastest-growing major region globally.
Clearly the hotspot.
But even within that, there are some truly dynamic stories unfolding.
Like which countries?
Well, major players like China and Japan continue to be massive contributors. China's market is projected to grow from roughly $87 million in 2021 to over $158 million by 2033.
Still very strong.
And Japan sees solid growth, too, from about $50 million to $86 million over the same period.
Okay.
But the real aha moment, the one that truly caught our eye in the data, it's India.
India, yes.
While starting from a smaller base, its market is projected to more than double by 2033, rocketing forward with a remarkable 7.133% CAGR.
7%. That's
The fastest growing country in the entire region. What does India's explosive growth tell us specifically?
Well, India's growth isn't just fast, it's transformative. It really signals a very deliberate national strategy.
Oh, so.
That over 7% CAGR suggests not just sustained development, but an acceleration in large-scale projects. It's possibly tied to their Make in India initiative,
Boosting domestic manufacturing.
Exactly. And massive infrastructure projects. Think like the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor. It's a clear bet on scalable, cost-effective, and resilient materials.
Like fiberglass mesh.
Precisely. To build the very backbone of a rapidly urbanizing and industrializing nation. It's like a window into a country building its future, literally from the ground up.
And choosing smart, durable materials to do it.
Exactly that.
That's a really compelling narrative for India. Okay, so we've seen Asia-Pacific's incredible surge. Let's pivot across the globe. North America.
Okay, North America.
It's a more mature market, sure, but it
Sure.
still shows solid foundations and what look like some intriguing pockets of growth.
Still growing steadily.
Yeah, a respectable 4.334% CIVR projected. Its market was valued at $242.706 million in 2021, expected to reach $403.818 million by 2033.
Still significant numbers.
But looking at these figures, what immediately strikes you as the most interesting dynamic there, given its established infrastructure?
Well, the United States, as you'd expect, dominates the sheer volume, going from about $213 million in 2021 to over $345 million by 2033. That's the lion's share.
Right.
But what genuinely caught my attention, and I think yours too,
Canada.
yeah, its market is projected to more than double, from around $23.5 million in 2021 to over $50 million by 2033.
And then AGR.
An impressive 6.633% CAGR. That's significantly faster growth than the U.S. market.
Wow, okay. And Mexico.
Conversely, Mexico, while part of the North American total, shows a much slower pace, growing at just 1.741%.
Now, this contrast is genuinely intriguing. What factors might be driving such different growth rates within, a single continent?
That's a really important question.
Canada's faster adoption versus the U.S. and then Mexico's slower rate. It feels like there's a specific story there.
Absolutely. Canada's higher KGR could suggest specific things. Maybe targeted infrastructure investments, perhaps a boom in residential or commercial construction in its growing urban centers.
Or maybe building standards, colder climate.
That's a great point. A focus on more energy-efficient building standards, where fiberglass mesh really shines in things like exterior insulation systems, EIS.
Right, giving it an advantage there.
It hints at a very specific set of priorities. Mexico's slower rate, in contrast, might indicate different economic conditions, perhaps a greater reliance on more traditional building methods,
Or just less intensive application right now.
or less intensive application in its current development cycles, yes. Each country's growth rate really mirrors its unique economic and regulatory environment for construction and industrial development.
So it's not just about if they're building, but how they're choosing to build.
Exactly. The how is key.
That's a great point about priorities. Okay, shifting over to Europe now, we see a picture of, steady evolution.
Mature market, steady growth.
The European market for fiberglass mesh was valued at $207.311 million in 2021, and it's set to expand to $340.213 million by 2033,
Still a very large market.
achieving a KGR of 4.214%. So maybe a bit slower than Asia-Pacific, but certainly not stagnant.
No, definitely not. Consistent investment.
And within Europe, Germany leads the pack, growing from nearly $39 million in 2021 to over $62 million by 2033.
Germany's often strong in these industrial materials.
France follows with significant growth too, from around $30 million to $50 million.
Mm-hmm.
The UK, Italy, and Russia are also strong contributors, all showing healthy increases. UK moves from about $27 million to $41 million.
Right.
Italy from $21 million to $37 million, and Russia from roughly $19 million to $36 million.
So broad-based growth across the major European economy.
Yeah, even in a region with, established infrastructure, we're still seeing continued investment.
Absolutely. And while Europe's overall KGR might be a bit lower than Asia-Pacific's, it reflects something important.
Which is?
A continuous focus on maintaining and upgrading existing infrastructure. Energy efficiency retrofits are huge there.
So renovations and improvements, not just new builds.
Exactly. And increasingly stringent building codes often favor the durability and performance that fiberglass mesh provides. It's a market driven more by optimization and longevity.
Rather than purely new construction volume.
Right. Think about the emphasis on sustainable building across Europe. Fiberglass mesh plays a crucial role in improving insulation, extending the life of existing structures. It aligns perfectly with those long-term goals.
That makes perfect sense. Evolution, not just expansion. Okay, let's broaden our scope now to what we often call the emerging markets.
South America, Middle East, Africa.
Right. Even if they start from smaller bases compared to the giants, their consistent growth is incredibly significant for the global picture.
Absolutely. Don't overlook them.
South America, for instance, projected to increase from about $58 million in 2021 to over $104 million by 2033. That's a solid CAGR of nearly 5%.
4.988%.
Yeah.
Very healthy.
Brazil and Argentina are notable there, both seeing substantial increases. Brazil goes from roughly 25 LAS to 44 MLS. Argentina, 12M to 22 MLS.
Big momentum.
The Middle East also shows strong expansion, from around $34.5 million in 2021 to $66.5 million by 2033.
Driven by.
Saudi Arabia, UAE, Turkey are key contributors mentioned. Saudi goes from about $10 to $19.05 EMS, UAE from $5 nets to nearly $12.
Significant construction hubs there.
And finally, Africa, projected to nearly double its market, from about $23.6 million in 2021 to almost $46 million by 2033.
Doubling is key.
With Nigeria and South Africa leading the charge on the continent, Nigeria goes from nearly 12 millions to over 22 MLers. South Africa, $7 to almost $15.
So these are not insignificant numbers at all.
Not at all, right? What does this consistent growth across these diverse regions really signal?
It signals a global pivot towards modern, resilient construction practices, even in developing economies. It's not just urban development in a generic sense.
What is it then?
It's often linked to massive government-backed infrastructure initiatives, affordable housing projects, or even the burgeoning private sector in developing cities.
And they're choosing these modern materials.
They're consciously choosing materials that offer long-term durability and efficiency. And that's where fiberglass mesh really shines. It provides a cost-effective way to enhance structural integrity and longevity.
So it's a fundamental investment.
A fundamental investment in future economic stability and, frankly, better living conditions for millions.
Right. So we've looked at the numbers, the regions, but what's actually driving the demand? The why behind this quiet giant's ascent?
Good question. It's not random.
It's deeply integrated into some really fundamental aspects of our built environment.
Exactly. At its core, fiberglass mesh thrives, where strength meets flexibility and efficiency. The report highlights three primary drivers: construction, infrastructure, and industrial applications.
Okay, let's dig into those a bit. Construction first.
Right. In construction, we're talking about more than just reinforcing plaster, though it does that well. It's vital for things like EISS exterior insulation finishing systems.
EIFS, right, we mentioned that.
Yeah. It prevents cracking, boosts energy efficiency, offers superior weather resistance. It's almost like an invisible skeletal system for modern building facades.
Okay. And inside the building.
Crucial there, too. Reinforcing concrete for floors and walls, preventing those annoying shrinkage cracks, and improving load-bearing capabilities.
So stronger, more durable structures overall.
Definitely.
Huh.
Think about earthquake-prone regions or places with big temperature swings. Fiberglass mesh adds that crucial extra layer of resilience.
Makes sense. Okay, what about infrastructure?
Then there's infrastructure. Here, its non-corrosive properties are a huge advantage, a game changer, really.
Unlike steel reinforcement.
Exactly. Fiberglass doesn't rust. That makes it perfect for reinforcing concrete in really challenging environments. Think bridges exposed to salt water,
Coastal areas.
tunnels with high humidity, roads in areas where they use a lot of de-icing salts in winter.
So it extends the lifespan.
It significantly extends the lifespan of these critical public works, which means reduced maintenance costs and, importantly, improved safety. It allows for lighter yet stronger structures, too.
Any other infrastructure uses.
It also plays a role in ground stabilization and even reinforcing asphalt for things like airport runways. Pretty versatile.
Okay, construction infrastructure. What was the third one?
And beyond that, its versatility extends to various industrial applications.
Like what?
Its lightweight yet strong composition makes it ideal for everything from, say, filtration systems in manufacturing, where its chemical resistance is key,
Oh, okay.
to specialized components in the automotive or marine sectors. Basically, anywhere material integrity and specific performance characteristics are paramount.
So an unsung hero enabling new designs, too.
Absolutely. And extending the life of crucial equipment across diverse industries. So it's not just one application, it's this whole suite of critical uses that make it indispensable.
That detailed breakdown really puts it into perspective how foundational this material actually is. It's fascinating how these numbers, While maybe sounding niche in the grand scheme of the global economy,
Right.
they represent growth in sectors that are the very bedrock of, well, civilization. New construction, upgraded infrastructure, advanced industrial uses.
These aren't luxuries.
Not at all.
Yeah.
They are fundamental to economic activity, societal progress. So when you see steady growth in something like fiberglass mesh,
Just a quiet indicator.
a strong, quiet indicator of robust underlying development across the globe. It tells us where investments are being made for the long term.
It reminds me of that saying.
If you want to know what's truly growing, look at what they're building with, something like that.
Exactly. And this raises an important question, doesn't it? How many other invisible materials are playing such critical roles all around us, driving global economic health, enabling modern life without us even realizing it?
That's a great point.
Understanding these niche markets, like fiberglass mesh, gives you a much more complete picture. Global economic, health, investment opportunities, the very materials building our world.
Shaping the future of our cities, our industries.
It offers a unique lens, really, to view global progress.
So to quickly sum up our deep dive today then, we've seen the global fiberglass mesh market steadily climbing towards nearly $1.5 billion by 2033.
Driven by that solid 4.8% CAGR.
Right. Asia Pacific is the undeniable powerhouse, with India leading the charge over 7% growth, signaling massive build-outs.
Infrastructure and industrial expansion there.
North America shows solid foundations, but with Canada presenting that surprisingly fast growth trajectory.
Yeah, the standout there.
Europe focuses on resilience, optimization, upgrading.
Maintenance and efficiency.
And the why behind it all comes down to its foundational, indispensable role: construction infrastructure, advanced industrial applications.
Making our world stronger, more efficient.
Exactly.
So based on all this, the steady growth, its essential, versatile applications, what might be next?
What's the next big thing or challenge?
Yeah, what could either accelerate or maybe even disrupt these trends? In the fiberglass mesh market, or maybe in construction materials more broadly?
Like new materials.
Perhaps we'll see wider adoption of more sustainable, maybe bio-based composite meshes? Or perhaps entirely new ways of reinforcing materials that challenge fiberglass mesh's dominance.
Interesting thought.
It really encourages you, the listener, to consider how materials science and global development are just inextricably linked,
Constantly evolving.
constantly evolving to meet new demands, new environmental pressures.
Absolutely. It really makes you think about the future of building, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Next time you look at a building, a road, or maybe a bridge, take a moment.
Think about what's inside.
Appreciate the invisible materials like fiberglass mesh that support our world, silently ensuring its strength and longevity. Until next time.
Keep digging deeper.